There are words you carry, words that entered you like knives and never left. Words spoken by people who were supposed to love you, protect you, see you. Your mother pointed her finger at you, her voice sharp with disappointment. You are useless. You have never been good at anything. You stood there, small and speechless, absorbing every word like poison. Your teacher shook his head in front of the entire class. You are not smart enough. Someone like you will never succeed. The laughter of your classmates echoed in your ears long after the bell rang. Someone you loved turned away from you, exhausted. You are too much. I cannot do this anymore. And just like that, you learned that being yourself was a burden others could not bear. Years later, you still carry those words inside you, not as memories, but as beliefs. The person who said them may have forgotten, but you remember every syllable. You replay it when you are alone. You hear it again every time doubt whispers, "You cannot do this." The child within you is still holding these words, still believing them, still waiting for someone to finally say, "That was not true. You were always enough." Words are like spells. When someone speaks to us, especially when we are young and vulnerable, those words enter us. They shape how we see ourselves. They become the voice in our head. Verbal abuse leaves no visible scars, no bruises, no broken bones. But inside, the damage is real. The words plant themselves in your mind and grow into stories you tell yourself. I am not good enough. I am too sensitive. I am a burden. Here is the painful paradox. We speak these words most harshly to those we love. We are careful with strangers, polite and measured. But with our children, our partners, our family, we unleash frustration and call it honesty. We say we are just being real. But there is a difference between truth and cruelty. The words spoken to you were not the truth about who you are. They were the truth about the pain of the person who spoke them. Let us be clear about what verbal abuse looks like. Often, those experiencing it do not realize they are being harmed. Being made into a joke, they mock you, then say, "I am just kidding. Do not be so sensitive. This is not humor. This is humiliation disguised as playfulness, denying your reality." You say, "That hurt." They say, "No, it did not. You are overreacting." This teaches you to doubt your own feelings, blaming you for everything. Everything wrong is your fault. You walk on eggshells, constantly trying to please them, constantly failing, disguised insults. "Wow, you actually look good today." Or, "I am surprised you did well." Words designed to keep you small while pretending to lift you up. Constant criticism. Nothing you do is good enough. They call it helping you improve, but it erodes your confidence until you trust nothing you do. Silent treatment. They withdraw. They ignore you. This silence communicates. You do not matter. Explosive anger. They yell, intimidate, use harsh language. You learn to stay quiet, to make yourself small. If you recognize these patterns, you are not crazy. You are not too sensitive. What you experienced was real, and it was harmful. When you can name what happened, you take away its power to operate in the shadows. The people who wounded you were likely wounded themselves. Your mother who called you worthless may have been called worthless by her own mother. Your teacher who humiliated you may have been humiliated by his teachers. Hurt people hurt people. When we do not heal our wounds, we pass them on. We project our unresolved pain onto those we are supposed to protect. The parent who says, "You are just like your mother, and I hate that," is really saying, "I have unresolved pain I have not healed, so I am making you responsible for my feelings." The partner who says, "You are suffocating me," may be saying, "I have deep fears of intimacy, but I do not know how to communicate my needs." This understanding does not erase the harm, but it separates the harm from your worth. What was said to you was not the truth about who you are. It was a reflection of someone else's pain, their inability to love well in that moment. Your father may have loved you and still said hurtful things because he could not reconcile his love with his fear. Your mother may have wanted the best for you and still crushed your spirit because she was repeating patterns she never questioned. The 5-year-old child in your mother was also wounded. When you can see this, you do not have to carry their pain anymore. You can say, "That was yours to heal, not mine to carry." If someone is using words to hurt you right now, here is what you can do. Set clear boundaries. Say, "I will not continue this conversation while you are yelling." Or, "When you speak to me that way, I need you to stop." If they say they are just joking, say firmly, "I do not find it funny. Please stop." Remove yourself when needed. If your boundary is crossed, leave the room. Leave the house if necessary. This is not running away. This is protecting your peace. With strangers, be direct. "What you are saying is inappropriate. I am ending this conversation." Then walk away. Your silence might be interpreted as permission to continue. Learn to let go. Not every critical comment deserves your attention. Some people speak from their own bitterness. You do not have to internalize their words. Remember, emotions last about 6 seconds. If you are feeling hurt longer, you are choosing to replay the moment. You can choose differently. Focus on your growth. The best response to those who doubt you is to become who you are meant to be, not through revenge, but through living well. You have the right to protect yourself. You have the right to walk away from people who refuse to treat you with respect. Protecting yourself is not weakness, it is wisdom. What about the words already inside you? The ones from years ago? From childhood? The child within you is still holding those words, still believing them. They are waiting for you to finally tell them the truth. Sit quietly. Place your hand on your heart. Close your eyes. Imagine yourself as a child. See that child clearly. Then speak to them. You are not worthless. You are precious. You are not stupid. You are learning. You are not too much. You are exactly enough. You are not a disappointment. You are loved exactly as you are. Say these words slowly. Let them sink in. Do this every day if you need to, as many times as it takes for the new words to become louder than the old ones. Write a letter. Write to the child you were. Tell them everything you wish someone had told you. You are not a burden. You are allowed to make mistakes. You are loved. Then, write back as the child. Let them tell you what they have been holding all these years. Challenge the old beliefs. When you hear those old words, "I am not good enough," pause. Ask, "Is this true? Or is this an echo? Is this my voice? Or someone else's pain?" Then speak the truth. "I am learning. I am growing. My best is enough." The words that broke you do not have to define you. You can choose new words. You can become the voice of compassion that your inner child has been waiting for. Healing is not about erasing the past. It is about changing your relationship to it. The words were spoken. They hurt, but they do not have to be the final word. You get to write the next chapter. Just as words can break, words can also heal. The mother who says, "I see you trying. I am proud of you." The teacher who says, "I believe in you." The friend who says, "You matter to me." These words have power too. And here is the most important part. You can speak them to yourself. You do not have to wait for someone else to validate you. Place your hand on your heart. Feel your own warmth. And say these words. "The words that were spoken to me were not the truth about who I am. They were the pain of people who did not know how to love well. I release them now. I am not defined by what was said to me. I am defined by who I choose to become. I choose to speak kindly to myself, to treat myself with compassion, to believe in my own worth. I am healing. I am growing. I am enough. I have always been enough." Breathe in, breathe out. The words that broke you do not get the last say. You do. May you be gentle with yourself. May you speak to yourself as you would speak to a beloved child. May you know that you are always worthy of kindness, always deserving of love, always enough. If these words reached you today, if something in your heart shifted, even just a little, I invite you to leave a comment below. Not for me, but for the person who will come after you, searching for the same light you found here. And if this video brought you comfort, if it reminded you that you are not alone, share it with someone who needs to hear this. Not everyone knows they are carrying words that do not belong to them. Not everyone knows healing is possible. You could be the one who shows them the way. We are here, walking this path with you. Healing is not a destination. It is a return. A return to the truth of who you have always been, beneath the words, beneath the wounds, beneath everything that was placed upon you. You are not alone on this journey. You never were.